Hi, my name is Gustavo Rodrigues. I'm 24 years old. I'm an international student from Brazil. I've been here at Southeastern University for 2 years now. I was a student athlete. This past 2 years, I played soccer at this university. Now I'm just a student. And December, I'll get my sports management degree. And I'm very excited. Can't wait, honestly. And this summer, I did my internship with Fire Soccer Academy. It's a company based in Lakeland. Uh, I will explain more in the presentation, the PowerPoints. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. I enjoyed a lot the internship. I learned a lot, and that's it. I hope you guys like my presentation. The company I chose this summer to do my internship was Fire Soccer Academy. That's the logo right here, and that's the website if you want to take a look. About Fire Soccer Academy. The CEO and Director of Soccer is Clay Roberts. Clay Roberts is also men's soccer head coach at Southeastern University and Florida Tropics head coach. Florida Tropic is an indoor team, plays in an indoor league called MASL. It's a very competitive league. Clay Roberts was my coach for 2 years, and I have an incredible admiration for him. He's a very good coach and a mentor to me. Fire Soccer Academy also offers soccer camps in addition to individual or team training. Why I chose Fire Soccer Academy? Like I said before, Clay Roberts is a mentor to me. He offered me the opportunity to help him with the operations, and I must say it's a lot. I didn't know it was that much, but it was good for me. I learned a lot with him. And Clay played soccer. He won a very competitive league in the United States called MISL. But nowadays people call them USL. But it's a very good league. And he's a very successful head coach. And my belief, there's no better way to learn than from your mentor. Uh, he has a lot of knowledge of what I want to be in the future. Expectations prior to the internship. So before the internship, I thought I would learn a lot more about soccer specific, but honestly, I learned a lot about the behind of the scenes, you know. So right now, I will tell what I expect prior to the internship, and I was expecting to put in practice everything that I learned in all my classes, sports management at Southeastern University, how to learn how to manage a camp, face challenge and overcome them, because we all know every day working it's a different situation that's gonna come up in front of you, and you gotta know how to handle. So I was expecting to handle, like, to be a better manager in those kind of situations, I must say. Learn the behind the scenes, like I said, the communication, which for me is a huge part, because uh, I'm international student, so English is my second language, Portuguese is my first one. I'm from Brazil, so communication is always a struggle for me. I'm always struggling with communication, so I thought I would get better at communication at my internship, and I did. And most of all, gain experience, because I mean, internship, you gotta learn, you gotta put yourself out there and see and gain experience with that. Timeline of internship. This is like a summary of my internship. I'll explain more detailed soon. From like we started May and June, we did the marketing and organization of the soccer camp. And June we had the soccer camp. End of June we start organizing for the elite camp. July we did the elite camp, and after the elite camp we starting thinking, brainstorming about what to do next year. Marketing. How did we promote our soccer camps? At the beginning, I didn't know, honestly, how to help Clay a lot, because I know the basics about marketing, but in this specific topic, which is a soccer camp, I didn't know how to promote a soccer camp. And Clay taught me a lot, and I did a lot of research on my own. And he asked me also to make some research on how to promote a soccer camp, how successful soccer camps around the United States promote their soccer camps. And there is a lot of options of soccer camps. There is a lot of ways to promote a soccer camp. But we came up with some good plans, and I'll explain them right now. Soccer camp, we want to promote in our area, which is Polk County. And I did a lot of research on soccer academies around the area, high schools, and just soccer training companies around the area. And we got their contacts, we contact them, and we offer them a percentage of depending of how many players they can register in our camp. Partnership. Fire Soccer Academy has a partnership with Nike. And how does it work? 2 years ago, Clay had this idea of use Nike to promote his soccer camp. And since then, a lot of campers came to this camp. It's becoming every year even more successful. And we believe, I believe as well, that Nike plays a huge role in this growth. So, how does it work? Clay has to pay an amount of money of the profit of the camp, and Nike in return will promote the camp in their website, and it will give us all the material we need. Let's say we have 200 kids. In this year we had 140, but they would give us as many t-shirts and balls uh, and shorts, and they gave us also material for the coaches, t-shirts and all basically everything that we needed, like t-shirts, balls, shorts, everything. Nike gave it to us. In return, the only thing we had to do is pay them an amount of the profit, and I believe it's worth it because without Nike, we wouldn't have as many kids as we had. Also, I did a lot of research for partnerships in the area. I didn't know how to do that at the beginning. Of course, I knew how to do a research, but I didn't know what to look, where to look. And that week that I spent doing my research, it was a very good. I thought I learned a lot. Clay taught me a lot this week. He told me to look specific for what can we provide to a restaurant, for example. I didn't know. And what can we provide to a hotel? I didn't know as well. And I didn't know if it was a good idea to be partners with a hotel and restaurants. I was thinking more about companies like Powerade and sports drink and sports brand, something more related to a camp. And I told him that, and he told me, no, that's the wrong place to look because we can't offer anything for these kind of companies. But we can offer things for a hotel, for a restaurant place here in the area because a lot of parents coming from all Polk County cities, and we had people coming from Jacksonville or West Palm, and people sometimes, these parents wants to leave their kids here at the camp, the overnight campers, and they're gonna have a little vacation of their own. So let's take a hotel, for example. I researched a lot of hotels in the area, and I created a plan, and we sent to a lot of hotels. The plan basically works like this hotel would have to give us, the Fire Soccer Academy, a small amount of money, uh, and a discount. In exchange, we would send an email to all of these parents that are coming all from all around the state, that want to have a vacation of their own, maybe to go to Disney, maybe to go to Tampa, or maybe to stay in the Polk County area. We would send an email to all of these parents uh, saying to stay at this hotel because it's a very good hotel, and they would give them a very fair discount. Uh, I did my research. I created this plan. I gave it to Clay. Soccer camp operations. Like I said in the beginning of this presentation, uh, I decided to work with Clay because I believed that I would learn a lot, as I did, and I decided to work with operations because it's a little behind the scenes, like I stated previously, and I didn't know this part of soccer camps or soccer overall, and it was a lot. So it was 140 kids, boys and girls, registered for our camp, and I had to deal with parents, which it was very hard, honestly, because like I said before, communication is very hard for me, and I had to talk to them on the phone and deal with some details and answer some questions. And a lot of times they were angry with some kind of situation because it was 140 plus kids. So it is a lot of details. It is a lot of uh, misunderstandings. So I had to deal with them in the phone on the phone and answering them by email. So it was a lot of stress, but I believed I handled very well. I'm a very patient guy, and it was hard, but it's part of the job, and I learned a lot from it. And also, since we had 140 plus kids registered for our camp, it's a lot of details like organizing all the kids according to their age and gender. Overnight campers, we gotta organize rooms, and we can't put a kid with 17 years old with a kid of 9 years old. And it was a lot of details, everyday changes because there was some people registering in the last minute, so we gotta make some changes. We had to collect all the material from Nike and give to every coach, camper. We had to create a packet to all campers with the schedule, with rules, and we sent to the parents a lot of papers they need to sign uh, in case of, let's say, insurance, all this kind of stuff. Uh, we gotta collect cones, mini goals, balls, all the material for the camp, and it was a lot of stress before the soccer camp. Uh, I didn't know it was that stressful, but it's part of the job. Like I said, it was very good for me. I worked a lot this month before the camp, and I improved a lot my time management, my communication, and it was a very good month for me. Like I gained a lot of experience that month, and the check in and check out, which by far was the most stressful part, because imagine 140 kids arriving. We put them to arrive between 11 and 1, and at 11 basically every single parent arrived. They were very at the time. So it was very hard. 140 kids arriving at the same time, a lot of documents, a lot of kids screaming, and hopefully, thankfully, we had a lot of help with our coaches, and the campers were very patient. Patients, the parents was very nice. They were patient as well because they knew that we had a lot in our hands, and it was stressful, but everything went smoothly and worked out perfectly. So how did it work, the soccer camp? Uh, I'll be brief here because every day we basically did the same thing. We had to wake up as managers, coaches, directors. We had to wake up at 6:30, wake up the kids at 7, head to breakfast, come back to our rooms, get ready for the session, morning session, go into the fields, morning session, back to the rooms, go to lunch, rest, afternoon session, dinner, room, and evening session. So it was long days. Kids has a lot of energy, so you gotta know how to handle. And it was hard because it was 140 plus kids, so we gotta count every single time we went to the breakfast, lunch, dinner. Every time we went back to our rooms, we gotta make the count. So it actually it was a very nice experience. It was 5 days of a lot of work. Basically, we went to sleep every night at 11:30, 12, because the kids went to sleep at 10. But we as coaches and managers and directors, we had to plan the next day, what to do in the sessions, and so it was we went to sleep very late. What to do next year? The company goal is to expand. This year, we had two camps, the elite camp as well, that I will talk more about. But the company goal is to expand. Next year wants to do four camps in Florida. In the future, the 5 years goal, I believe, is to have at least eight camps in Florida and in Georgia. So hopefully, Clay will succeed, and I believe he will because he works hard and he deserves it. The elite camp is a camp focused on more about soccer, because a soccer camp is for kids to have fun, to enjoy their times, uh, and of course learn about soccer. But elite camp is focused more in soccer. So a kid will learn soccer, will learn skills every single day at an elite camp, and in a soccer camp we're gonna focus more on having fun and for the kids to make friends and enjoy their times together. What did I learn? I learned that communication is key, and it's very important to be very clear in what you're saying, for the parents not to have any doubt or anything. And with the kids as well, with communication, you gotta be strong, firm. Of course, you can play around, you can have fun with the kids, but they must respect you. So communication is key. Network is essential for a growing business, and Fire Soccer Academy was basically an academy that provided individual training and camps, soccer camps. But after using Nike as a partner and having like friends in the area, which Clay has a lot of friends in the area that help him promote, uh, the business is growing a lot. Every year they have a lot of kids coming, and hopefully he will succeed next year as well doing his four camps. Uh, I have an insight of how to manage a company, because a lot of times Clay let me do their stuff, let me had to write an email for parents, had me handle the packet for coaches, and I learned a lot from him, and I saw a little bit of how to manage a company. Of course, I'm not ready. Of course, I couldn't without him, but I see a little bit of how that works. Customer service, like I said, I had a lot of talks, long talks with parents, but it was a nice uh, opportunity to me to learn day-to-day operations every day. A lot of difference, organization, uh, being organized is very important. Write everything down, and the event operations, which was basically the camps, uh, how to handle small situations that happens in the camps. So it was very nice. I learned a lot of things. So that was my presentation of my internship. I hope you guys liked. Sorry if I made a few mistakes speaking English, and I feel that I'm ready now to take another step, and after graduation, hopefully get a job, and for sure I have way more experience now, way more knowledge of what to do, how to handle some situations in the workspace. And I hope you guys liked again, and Thank you.